Michel Gassier. I'm the winemaker and owner of Château de Nages. Château de Nages is a family property which has been in my family for 4 generations. It's located in the southern Rhone. It's a very interesting spot in the southern Rhone, an area called Costières-les-Nîmes, where the Rhone meets the Mediterranean. So it has the rolled pebble, the classic Rhone-created terroir, but it has a cooler microclimate thanks to the proximity of the Mediterranean. We farm Château de Nages organically, and we have a full range of wines that we've been bringing to the Ontario market for many years now.
You talked about 4 generations. Where did the family originate as far as winemaking is concerned?
Actually, my family was living in Algeria when Algeria was part of France, and my great-grandfather purchased Château de Nages in 1941, and in 1962, when we had to move back to France, that's where we landed and rebuilt from that estate on.
You spoke about the 50-hectare vineyard in the south of Rhone. If you could briefly go through how you came upon that very special piece of land.
Oh wow, that's kind of an elaborate story, but that is a piece of land that we acquired, my wife and I, and that is separate from Château de Nages, and we market under the Michel Gassier brand. It's a piece of land that we had the opportunity to buy wine from. Wines that really interested us. We felt I had a strong personality and a style that was very much what we liked. And eventually, when we found out that the owner was going out of business and the property was for sale, after digging a few holes and realizing it was a very, very unique terroir with pure chalk, very close to the surface, we thought we couldn't let that one go by. So we acquired it.
What is it about that soil that makes it so unique, that gives the wine its character?
Well, we think that, without getting into too technical details, there's the presence of calcium prevents too much potassium accumulation by the plant. Potassium is what ripens the fruit and lowers its acidity. So typically the vines are grown on high calcium soils, tend to lend wines with higher acids and more minerality, and that was of interest to us.
We talked about the Mistral winds. Can you talk briefly about the challenges and the benefits of having that unique wind blowing through the Rhone Valley?
Well, the challenges is living through it. The benefits are a good Mistral is better than a spray. So it really helps keep the grapes healthy. And one last benefit, it prevents the mosquitoes from flying. And so in the summer, sometimes it's a good relief.
You've got the traditional Grenache, Mourvèdre, and Syrah blend. Can you talk about what each brings to the combination?
Well, Grenache is power and richness and a lot of elegant fruit. Syrah is dark and brooding, and it has structure and has depth. And Mourvèdre is kind of the more animalistic of the 3. Dark structured, higher acid, a little bit of lower alcohol than Grenache. It's the perfect combo to balance out the generosity of Grenache.
Last question. Apart from some of the challenges the 2017 harvest faced weather-wise, there's been a fungus issue that you've had a unique challenge with, and I think you came up with a wood-splitting solution.
This is what we call wood disease, and the technical term is called esca, and it's pretty much a fungus that grows inside the vine that loves to feed on scar tissues and eventually blocks the sap flow, much like cholesterol might block your arteries. What we found is it's an old technique that we picked up from a visit in Galicia with one of the famous producers over there. And what happens when you split the vine, you expose that fungus to air. And fungus like dark and moisture. And so it's an old-fashioned but effective way of finding that fungus. We've experimented on a Mourvèdre vineyard with great results. It's time-consuming though.
And I lied. One more question. They're all your children, all your wines. So do you have a favorite amongst the group?
No, not really. It depends on the moment of the year, the day, and of course, the more ambitious wines are the one you're sometimes the most proud of. But you realize that you drink those less frequently than maybe the more approachable ones. So, there's a little bit of love for everyone.
Fantastic.